one of the largest cities in the world. Over 20 million people live here, and that's a lot of mouths to feed. This is a city with so much food and so much variety. It's exploding with flavour. Welcome to Mexican Food Made Simple.
My name is Thomasina Myers. I'm a chef and I run 4 Mexican restaurants in London. I'm travelling around Mexico to find out more about Mexican food. From Mexico City to the central valleys of Oaxaca. From bustling city centres to tiny villages. I'm on the hunt for full-on Mexican flavour.
That is so good.
I'll be learning from some amazing cooks and finding out their secrets.
Ah, sí, músculos, músculos. Así.
Then, back at home in my kitchen, I'm going to show you my simple twists on some Mexican recipes. I'm just going to dice them up. And take you step by step through some stunning dishes you can cook at home. It's all about maximum taste with minimum effort.
So there we are. It's done.
Later, I'll be putting together a prawn cocktail that's a cross between a Bloody Mary and a seafood starter. A simple but spectacular chorizo salad, and a dessert to die for, churros with a hot chocolate sauce. Thus, we all love a good barbecue, but here they've really got it sussed.
This is the ultimate in fan-assisted ovens.
And I'll be taking to the floor with some charming Lotharios. But first, the Abastos in Oaxaca is a huge sprawling market where you can buy anything from a new hat to a bag of beans. And of course,
Prawns. Mexicans love them, and here they come in every shape and size.
I'm going to my favourite seafood stall in Mexico City to see what they do with them.
Prawn cocktail. Forget that 70s kitsch version that we know of. In Mexico, it's an entirely different dish. Part prawn cocktail and part Bloody Mary with amazing seafood suspended in this wonderful seafood broth. Buenos días, señor. Me dicen que preparas lo mejor cocktail en todo Mexico. He's preparing it for me now. He's got a whole choice here. Prawns, octopus, crab, fish. And now he's mixing it. We've got the juice of the cooking water of the seafood. We've got fresh lime juice going in. He's cutting up some avocado. We've got fresh onion, coriander, and some hot, spicy sauce. Gracias, señor. So there we are. The avocado, the hot sauce, the onion, and all that delicious seafood. I've got to try this. It's light, it's spicy, it's refreshing. That is absolutely delicious. Está buenísimo. I love it. And here's how I do mine.
I have a secret confession. I absolutely love prawn cocktail, that 70s kitsch dish full of mayonnaise. But the Mexican version is completely different. It's lighter, it's more refreshing, and it's incredibly sophisticated. It makes a wonderful starter, and it's so easy to make. I've got a jug of tomato juice here. I need my citrus, limes and oranges. I need some flavouring now and some heat. Worcester sauce, lots of Worcester sauce for flavour, and Tabasco for chilli heat. So I've got my biter. Now I need a bit of sweetness to bring all the flavours together. Ketchup. Ketchup's got a wonderful sweetness, but also that intense tomatoiness, which I really want. So just a little dollop goes in there, and that is it. Perfect. All I need now is my seasoning. Salt, flaky sea salt, in it goes. And lots of lovely black pepper. And now I'm just going to taste it to see how all my seasonings come together. See whether I need anything else. Absolutely yummy. The real final touch, which is, of course, tequila. And this adds such a wonderful kind of kick to it. A lovely, dry punch. So that is my base. I've got my prawns here. In they go. And the wonderful thing about these cocktails is you can be as inventive as you like. I've got some scallops here as well. But in Mexico, they use crab, they use octopus, they use all types of seafood. These are raw scallops, and I'm just going to poach them. I've got some water here with some bay leaves, onion, peppercorns. That's it. Now I need the salad pot. So, cucumber. And what I want in this salad is I want lots of lovely fine dice because I want lots of everything in each mouthful. There we are, and in they go, into the jug. Spring onions. What I love about spring onions is they're a bit gentler than white onions, and they go really well in this dish. And the coriander. I've got to have lots of fresh coriander in this. It goes so well. Now, of course, no Mexican cocktail would be good without more chili. This is a habanero or a Scotch bonnet. The wonderful thing about these is not only are they fiercely hot, but they've got a lovely fruity flavour, which goes with the whole cocktail. So I'm going to add a tiny little tip of it, finely, finely chopped, because these bad boys really do sting. And there we are. Got my chili in, and now I'm going to check my scallops to see if they're cooked. And they are. They've gone a lovely opaque colour now. They are going to be delicious in this prawn cocktail. And I'm going to chuck them straight in. And I'm just going to add some of this poaching liquid, which has got all the flavour, the scallops and the bay leaf and the onion and peppercorns. Just a little scoop of it. In it goes. Just to finish it off, I've got some avocado and some tomato. And the avocado is so lovely and creamy in this. Now, the cherry tomatoes, and again, I'm going to cut them very small, so you get a little bit of every ingredient in each mouthful. And that is my prawn cocktail pretty much made. All I need to do now is place it up. Some freshly chopped coriander, and that is the prawn cocktail. So simple and so wonderful. Now, in Mexico, they serve it with some salty crackers, but you can serve it with bread, and I've got to try it. It's an absolute explosion of flavour. Lots of chilli, that wonderful tomato juice. This is a great starter, and I tell you what, it does beat the 70s version. I've come to Mexico's gastronomic centre, Oaxaca, to visit the meat market. Buenos días.
¿Quieres cebollitas?
Sí, gracias. Cebollas y chile agua. Sí, y esas son las salsas. This all may look a little bit healthy, all these delicious salsas, but the real treat comes over here.
Lleve la canasta.
Now this is what I've come for. Buenos días.
Buenos días.
¿Y qué está? Es el chorizo.
Chorizo.
Es su chorizo.
Chorizo de puerco.
Qué increíble. So there is absolutely mountains of chorizo here. It's all the way down this market. I'm just going to have chorizo because that's what really floats my boat. Gracias. Chorizo is a spicy pork sausage which originally came from Spain. Here in Mexico, you can get all sorts of varieties, flavoured with garlic, herbs, and of course, chilies. Now we've got to put them on the grill. Sí, ya, listo. While they're cooking, I'm going to go and sit down, order myself a drink, get some fresh corn tortillas, and they're going to serve me up the salsas I've already looked at. This is the ultimate in fan-assisted ovens. Gracias, gracias. Right, got my chorizo, my guacamole, lime juice, gotta have some lime juice, my spring onions, my chili de agua, very important for a bit of bite. Sí, también, a la mexicana, a la mexicana. This is my kind of food. Absolutely incredible. Chorizo is one of my favourite Mexican ingredients. Join me in a moment for my fabulous hot chorizo salad with pumpkin squash and pecorino cheese. Plus, I'll be trying to pick up a partner at Mexico City's weekly danzón. Welcome back. I'm Thomasina Myers and I'm travelling around Mexico to find out more about the food. In a minute, I'll be showing you one of my all-time favourite recipes, churros with hot chocolate sauce. But first, here's my chorizo salad. Not a lot of people know this, but squash and tomatoes are originally from Mexico, and together they make up this delicious, satisfying salad with grilled hot chorizo. And it's really simple to do. I've just got this onion squash, which I'm going to leave the skin on. You don't need to take the skin off. It's perfectly edible. I'm just going to put them in this baking sheet. I've got some red onion in here. Then roast this all together. I've got these cherry tomatoes, which are going to add a lovely sweetness to the salad. Lots of lovely Mexican ingredients, but making a really modern salad. Now, a bit of seasoning for the vegetables. Oregano. Mexicans love oregano. They are so into their fresh herbs, putting aroma, flavour, punch into their dishes. Oregano is used fresh or dried. I've got fresh here. It just reminds me of the outdoors. It's got a lovely flavour, and I'm just going to chop up some. Splash over some olive oil, season with freshly ground pepper, and for a bit of Mexican bite, crumble a dried chilli over the top. Toss it all together, then whack it in the oven for 40 minutes. My veg are going to be ready in about 10 minutes, so now is the perfect time to start grilling my chorizo. The great thing about chorizo is it's packed full of flavour already. It's got garlic and chilli and cumin, paprika. It's absolutely wonderful flavours. And I've got a char grill here, which is great for grilling because all the fat runs off. And I'm just going to lay them down on the char grill like this and give them about 5 minutes aside. So while my chorizo are cooking, it's time to make the coriander oil, which is going to be the dressing for the whole salad. To make it really smooth, chop the coriander finely, use a pestle and mortar with some sea salt and give it a good grind. Add some olive oil and you should have a gorgeous, vivid green liquid. Once the veg are done, pop on some bolotti beans and the grilled chorizo. Finally, drizzle on your coriander oil and give everything a good stir. Sit it all on a beautiful bed of fresh spinach and top with cheese. Now in Mexico they have an aged cheese called queso añejo, and the flavour is almost identical to this pecorino, so I use it a lot in cooking, and it adds a lovely saltiness. It almost seasons the salad by itself. And there we have my Mexican salad with onion squash, chorizo and coriander oil. I tell you what, if you want to make some friends happy, give that to them and they'll love you forever. Chocolate originally came from Mexico. Once, this was the only place cacao grew. Oaxaca, a city in the middle of Mexico, is the country's chocolate centre. Here, they love to start the day with a cup of hot chocolate. Local chef Alejandro Ruiz took me to the shop where they blend chocolate to his own special recipe. Oh, wow, look at all this chocolate.
Chocolate time. Hola, buenas noches. ¿Cómo están? Gracias.
Hola, hola. So these are the cacao beans.
Correct, and they have been already toasted, no?
Yeah.
This is the thing. If you try it, it's bitter completely.
It's like a coffee bean almost.
Like a coffee bean, yes.
Yeah. Cacao's really valuable. When the Mayans were drinking hot chocolate, they traded it like money.
It was money, yes. It was only for nobility, not kings, queens, and only the nobility was able to have.
They were the only ones to be able to afford it.
Yes.
The hot chocolate Alejandro serves at his restaurant has almond and cinnamon mixed with 20% sugar and 80% pure cocoa beans. When I drink your hot chocolate in Casa Oaxaca, I get this real rush of cacao.
Yes.
It gives you this real boost, because Moctezuma, they say, used to drink it before going to battle.
Correct.
And you do get that real charge,
Correct.
like drinking an espresso or something.
Correct.
So do you think they'd make a mash-up for me?
I think so. Rigo, ¿puedes hacer una receta para Tommy? Por favor.
God, how exciting. The cocoa beans are put into the mill with any other spices you fancy. It's ground 3 times until it forms a paste. To turn this rich chocolate mix into an amazing hot drink, you simply add a chunk of it to boiling water. But there are plenty of other ways to enjoy chocolate. I love to eat it off the end of one of these. Buenos dias. Churros, crispy sugar-coated donuts. Gracias. Gracias. Churros, brought over to Mexico by the Spanish when they conquered in the 15th century. The Mexicans love them so much they've taken them as their own. But here's how I make mine. I once made these churros for a weekend lunch, and the kids were good as gold, quiet as mice. We made the chocolate sauce, we started deep frying the donuts, and they were so quiet, the parents thought it was magic. Then, of course, the sugar hit, and all hell broke loose. 200 grams of dark chocolate I've got in here, and then 50 grams of milk chocolate, just to take off that edge of real darkness. And I've got 300 mils of double cream going in there. And then the golden syrup. Golden syrup gives it a lovely roundness, a lovely sweetness. I absolutely love it. And this chocolate sauce is so good. You could put it on ice cream, over a chocolate cake, add some milk and have it as hot chocolate. It's good with anything. And even a splash of tequila really brings it alive. So it just needs to go on a low flame, but you've got all that cream which will protect it, so you just need to stir it every now and then. And in the meantime, I've got sunflower oil here in a good pan. We want to get that really hot. Now, these donuts, the churros, very, very simple recipe. 125 grams of self-raising flour, 125 grams of plain flour, and a good pinch of salt for seasoning. Now, into that, a couple of tablespoons of vegetable oil, and then I've got 450 mils of boiling water, and that is it. The easiest dough. You just want to bring the flour in gradually. Once your mixture is nice and smooth, put it into a piping bag and you're good to go. Then all you need to do is squeeze and snip. Right, lovely. And look at them, they're golden, they're crisp. Gonna whip them out. And look at that. And the great thing about these churros is they can look like anything. They're homemade. The whole point of them is they're just lovely, long, squidgy sausages of crispy churros. This is my cinnamon sugar, literally caster sugar and cinnamon. And I'm just going to roll them. And there we have it, the world's best pudding, churros and chocolate sauce. Back in Mexico City, it's Saturday afternoon. This is the Danzón. Every Saturday, residents of Mexico City gather in this square to strut their stuff. Now all I need to do is find a partner. The danzón, a type of dance, originally came from Cuba. It was an instant hit with young Mexicans, though its sinuous hip movement scandalised the older generation. But 150 years later, it's the older generation that keeps the tradition of the danzón live and kicking in Mexico City. They certainly know how to shake their booty. For selected recipes from this series, visit the Channel 5 website. Next time on Mexican Food Made Simple,
we're going to make this beautiful cocktail with chocolate.
Gonna give it a good shake. Gosh, those are absolutely beautiful. Salud! Salud! Mission Mexican are giving away a spectacular holiday to Mexico for two, worth over £5,000. The prize includes some fantastic trips to explore the very best Mexico has to offer. All you have to do to enter is text Mexico to 65550, or you can visit channel5.com/Mexico competition for details of email entry. Text costs £1.50 plus a message at standard network rate. Lines close at midday on the date shown on screen and 3 days later for email entries. For rules and winners, go to channel5.com/win.
I actually ate in her Mexican restaurant last night. It was delicious. Forget food, though. With all the egos in one house, there's no room for dinner. Celebrity Big Brother makes its welcome return this Thursday night here on Channel 5. Catch all of the action from 9. Next up tonight, though, it's Monster Moves.